Hi and welcome to Stewie Plays Elite Dangerous. Now we're going to be having a look at the changes that they've made to the mining with the latest update, which is I believe the third change that they've made since the fleet carriers. They've really killed mining in its current state. Yes, mining did need to be brought back into line, but they've pushed it well beyond the line and under the ground. So, mining used to be the one-stop shop for gaining all of the credits that you needed, which is why it was overpowered. So, yes, it did need bringing back. But they have gone too far. What I think is they've actually tested this on paper and then just basically called it a day and said, yep, chuck it in. We know they've got test servers. They should have done actual work on this, because I've been flying about for the best part of an hour. Came out here with full cargo, packed out with limpets. I've used flying between now, let's have a look, 143 probes, and in that time I found one subsurface deposit, and it seemed to me that it actually affects the chances of finding surface deposits and the laser mining as well. I've noticed it's a lot harder to find the low temperature diamonds. Now, my main concern at the moment isn't so much low temperature diamonds as in tritium, because that has become harder to find as well, from what I have seen in my runs here. Let me know if anyone else has had similar problems, or if it's just a bad luck run on my part. But it does seem that they've not really tested this and just chucked it out as it is, thinking like, yay, this'll fix it, this'll put an end to all of the hyper credits coming into the game. But it's been poorly implemented. I do think they're going to have to revisit it once again, increase it back up, but hopefully this time they're going to actually test out on a server and put the hours and work into it, rather than just sort of like on paper this should work. Now, yes, they were big bugs. Turns out that you could use fighters, jump ship, and basically flip between the two. Park one at the asteroid, park one about 25 kilometers off, turn the engines off and just bounce back and forth. And exploits are, in my opinion, they're a waste of time. What fun is an exploit? You're only cheating yourself. Now, I'm coming back to the concern of the tritium, because there's a lot of commanders out there who basically don't have enough now to make their journeys, and they are too far out to come back, and they're virtually stranded. Ordinarily, I do not like exploits, but in this case, how long is it going to take them to fix it? Unless they turn around and do a panic patch of basically we're rolling it back to how it was, we're probably going to be stuck with this for a week or two. Now, the only thing I've noticed is they don't seem to have fixed another exploit similar to the one of the fighter launcher, where it is you log out, you log back in, the deposits respawn. Now, I'm not saying go out there and farm out the low temperature diamonds. I'm just saying, if you're stranded, this is sadly the only viable option. They're pretty much forcing people to stock up on tritium by sadly exploiting. Now, with the markets, it does seem that they have had a crack at changing the supply and demand, but the other side of it is they've actually killed trading, because people can trade in such vast quantities that stations are they're killing the supply and demand at the end of the day. Yes, this is a simulation of an actual market, but with the quantities you're talking about buying and catering to the amount of people that's playing this game, it doesn't seem balanced yet. So that does need a lot of work. So unfortunately I was expecting it to be sort of like, yes, it'll be a revival of the old days of planning out what station to take your stuff to. But it does seem to have hit that a little harder than what I think they intended. So, if you're stuck, log out, log back in. Hopefully this helps. If this has helped you, please leave a like, a comment, let me know what you think about the changes that they've done, what they need to do in the future, and fly safe.